Memoirs of a City Worker, submitted to me by one of my subscribers in Massachusetts. Quick reminder to like and subscribe. I'd been on the water department for many years, and I'd seen a lot of things, and I dealt with a lot of people. But this particular day was different in the fact that I about ended somebody. And truthfully, at face value, I'll tell you that I'm sorry, but in all honesty, I'm happy it happened. In fact, I might have even enjoyed it a little. I was in a vacuum truck that day. Most of the time, I wasn't in a vacuum truck. I did something cool, like get down in the hole and connect the lines and save the day. I like to think of myself as something valuable, you know? Out here in New England, you gotta make a name for yourself. It can be tough, and, well, now, with all the liberals and wokeism, it gets even more tough. Heck, I remember the days when a police officer could pull you aside and beat you and nobody said a thing. Can you believe that? Well, here's how the story goes. I was in this vacuum truck, right? And I got this call on the radio. It said, there's a line plugged up. We need you to go down there and suck whatever contents are into it. Into it. Same thing, right? This terrible city, type of crap people throw out in the sewer. But I go down there in my truck, and I start sucking out this crap in this hole, right? And I, of course, put out my cones to make this scene as safe as possible. And, you know, I don't know if many of you are really familiar with these big machines, but they can be pretty loud, right? Yeah, of course it's right. I said it. Now, I throttled this machine up, and I'm doing my job down in the muck, sucking up the crap, right? Not literal crap, just garbage and stuff that people couldn't be troubled with to throw away properly. So I'm there, throttled this truck up. The engine's just screaming, right? And I happen to just hear above the scream of the engine this guy just yelling. And I'm thinking, oh, great, you know, somebody's hurt, something's going on. Maybe it's a drunk who just wants my attention. So I throttled the machine down, and can you believe it? This guy is yelling at me, calling me a convict. Now, he wasn't wrong. I was a convict at one point, right? Look, I don't want to go into details, but I did a little short stint in the pen, right? And what was even worse about that, the embarrassment of it all, was the fact that when I asked for a hamburger, they gave me a piece of shoe leather. Now, you'd say, now that's an exaggeration. No, I'm telling you, that ain't no exaggeration. That was shoe leather on a bun. And then they chained me to some real criminals, and I got to stand up for myself. Look, I'm a mama's boy at heart. I didn't want to be in jail. But I made it through, and I certainly ain't no convict. I'm a dedicated city worker, right? So he's calling me a convict, right? And as soon as I hear it, it's within 2 steps, I just black out in anger, you know? I finally make it to the city worker job, and I'm somebody, and this guy has to call me a convict? I'm choking the life out of this guy. And, you know, the thing is, as my eyes started going black, I'm sure his did too, but not for the right reason. So I'm grabbing this guy, I'm choking him half to death, and when I had this boss, he was a great guy, I guess. I didn't really know him outside of work, but, you know, I got my paycheck on time most of the time. And he rips me off, this guy, but I got such a death grip on this guy, I'm pulling him around by the throat while I got this macho muscle builder type of boss pulling me. In the end, I end up letting go and the guy gets away. But, you know, I gotta say one thing this whole experience. At least my boss actually stood up and told the guy to quit calling me a convict. You know, the more I work for this company, though, I kind of feel like one still. But that's the day I about killed one of the sandal people. So you can like it or leave it. Well, that's the story, guys. Submitted to me from a subscriber in Massachusetts. Good sir, there's one thing I can assure you. You removed all doubt in that person's mind that you were a convict.